So I'm putting out this second video on Robert Davi. It's my second video in 2 days on this douchebag. I'm gonna call him a douchebag because, like a lot of these so-called conservatives, they want to take the easy route when it comes to the racial issue in America. All right, this whole entire BLM movement, it's called Black Lives Matter. All right, it started with a couple of black people, two gay black women, as I recall, and this whole entire movement is pretty much blacks going ape shit, over the police and their mishandling of, particularly in this case, George Floyd. But BLM's been around for a couple years. Anyway, Robert Davi, you need to go and redo your video. All these people who are giving you a thumbs up, telling you how great you are for making a video that's politically non-correct, they don't know what they're talking about, and you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Your video is not politically incorrect, all right? The major focus of your video is BLM. It's the BLM movement that's tearing the statues of Columbus down. Columbus was an asshole. The guy deserved to have his statue torn down, all right? He's not a hero. He's not a hero. I don't support Christopher Columbus. All right, if you know what this guy did, if you went through the whole individual atrocities, instead of he genocided the Native Americans, started the whole entire colonization of the Western world, this country. Look, if you went through the individual things that he and his men did when he stepped on, America or the Western sphere of the world, I think it was the Dominican Republic that he landed on, or whatever. Here's the thing: the guy was not a good person, all right? They committed atrocities, all right? Go look up the atrocities that they committed instead of just looking at that number. That old saying, tragedy that happens to one person is, however that saying goes. The whole, making it a whole under an umbrella of, he genocided. It doesn't actually call into account, the horrific things that the guy did. But back to my original reason for this video. All right, I just want to clarify the previous video that I put up. Here's the thing about it, Robert Davi. All right, your whole video should be F the blacks. It's what your video wanted to be. It's what your video wanted to be. F the blacks, okay? F BLM, F the blacks. All right? F the blacks and those who support it. That's what your video wanted to be. That's what all these people wanted your video to be. That's what you wanted your video to be. Instead of F the blacks, your video is mostly F the red man, F the Native Americans. All right? I've commented, I've commented about this regarding how you conservatives. I'm apolitical. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not liberal. I'm not conservative. I'm a pragmatist. Okay, you give me a set of data, I'll give you my outlook on things. I wouldn't even call it an opinion. It's an outlook, because you give me a set of data, I'll give you a forecast on things. Okay, that's the way my mind works. All right, I don't go with emotional opinions about certain things. All right, but I will call out hypocrisy when I see it. And look, I've stated that I don't support BLM. All right, the police need to exist. They exist for a reason. I wouldn't call it necessary evil. All right, all the times that I've had, a lot of times, situations that I've had with the cops, they're a bunch of assholes, but they need to exist. All right, they need to exist as they exist. they're assholes for a reason. All right, they exist as an authority figure for civilization to exist. For a civilized society to exist, there needs to be authority. It needs to exist for that purpose, because then if you don't have them there, you have anarchy, people going around committing murders, rapes, stealing stuff. You will not have society. You would have pretty much a steroid up version of hood life. All right. If you guys ever been in the hood, there's very, like, check out the difference between a hood and a regular neighborhood. All right. Dog crap everywhere. Marijuana in the air. These people don't give a crap about anything at all. It's a hellhole. But let me just get back to Robert Davi, buddy. If you want to, if you want to make a video about anti-BLM, anti the liberal movement that's in support of BLM, stick to the conversation at hand. All right, stick to the conversation at hand. Do not bring up, a proxy. Do not bring up a proxy. Okay, this is what these people like Robert Davi love to do. All right, they don't want to go directly against black people. Don't want to call them, the N-word directly. They'll say the N-word. They'll say African Americans. They'll say black. But here's the thing. All right, you have no issue, going after Native Americans, the red man, and saying, well, you were in loincloths, you guys killed each other, you guys committed cannibalism, which is what he said. And you could pretty much just say that about black people. Just go directly to what you want to say, which is, you black people are a bunch of savages, which is what you want to say. You black people are a bunch of cannibals, which does exist in modern day Africa. There are instances of that, and worse, because as far as if you've read stories, they actually chop up human albinos and make medicines out of their body parts. All right, you guys are on loincloths. You guys are a bunch of savages. Why don't you just go directly to that, Robert Davi? Why do you pussy out like Nick DiPaolo pussies out? Like all these so-called non-PC people pussy out. You guys pussy out. It pisses me off. All right, people go and people like Ricky Gervais does the same thing. Oh, I'm so non-PC. All right, I'm so against this whole social justice warrior movement. There should be freedom of free speech, in the entertainment industry and everywhere. But you guys do selective free speech. Okay, you guys do selective free speech. You guys don't even touch the blacks. You guys don't even do negative stereotypes of the blacks anymore. You guys don't touch the blacks. It's like the whole same situation of the Jews. If you say anything negative, you are a racist. You get canceled out. So he did the easy way out by just, instead of just going directly to you fucking black pieces of shit. Look here. All right, you guys are a bunch of savages. When we took you off the boat, you guys were a bunch of savages. You guys were a bunch of cannibals. You guys, committed, atrocities against each other with the tribes from Africa. We civilized you. It's what Robert Davi wants to say. Instead, he uses a proxy. Doesn't go that way directly. It goes towards the Native American. His little story on the Native Americans, which, hey, I don't think I've seen a single Native American that's out there looting. I haven't seen a single Native American that's out there beating the crap out of white people or anybody else. I don't see a single Native American who does anything negative towards America. All right, I don't see them. I don't see the illegals doing that. Every single community that the illegals or the Mexicans have built up it's 10 times better than a black neighborhood. All right. I don't see Asian Americans destroying things. Even with the Muslims, I don't see the Muslim Americans destroying things. They build up great communities. I don't see gay people doing that. You can go into a gay neighborhood in New York and walk around and not have anything happen to you, not be stabbed. I don't know when the last time I saw some gay guy, some gay, lesbian, transvestite person beat the crap out of somebody for no reason whatsoever. All right, you guys pussyfoot around this issue for the last 20, 25 years. All right, what you want to say, you guys don't say, and that's the problem. All right, you've pretty much handed black people a rope. You know, every time they say, give me something, you guys give it to them. All right, you've pretty much given them a rope to hang themselves and you guys and this country. That's your problem. And I've said this before. You will never, ever get this country back to the way it was because you've given them too much of a rope to hang this country, themselves, and white people. Literally, you've given them a rope. Well, maybe not literally, but you've given them a rope, figuratively. You've given them a rope to hang themselves and everybody else in this country. Well, probably not everybody else in it. Hang themselves and white people. So look, you guys need to figure out the most obvious thing. All right? If you guys don't want to just directly handle the situation at hand, even if it does start a race war or a civil war, it's not going to get better. All right. It's been like 20, 25 years where this country has done nothing but gone downhill. You've put black people in power. All right. You've handed them, they have the best branding of any race in this country over the last 20, 25 years. And that's the only thing that black people have built on is their branding. It's not anything that they've done as far as improve their livelihoods. They haven't improved their IQ. They haven't improved their the murder rates, the rape rates, the crime rates. I don't even know if they're able to do that. And look, I'm sorry if you guys are offended by that, but if you check out any black country, any black neighborhood, any black community, they're not up to par. They're just not. You guys just don't have it. I'm sorry if you guys are offended by that, but go through the stats. Look, I'm not a racist, okay? If you hand me stats that says black people are the smartest people around, they built up the greatest communities around. They don't give out excuses. They're the hardest working around. If those were the real stats, I would say, man, look, make every president a black president. And I've said this in my video. If those were the real stats, but Wakanda is not real. It doesn't exist. The opposite exists. And this is a message to not just Robert Davi, conservatives, liberals. This is a message to black people. You guys do not have it. And you guys know this. You guys know this. And you guys still want this and that. And you guys want presidents. And look, this country has gone to hell. In the course of 20 years, 25 years. It has imploded. But you guys don't care. I know you guys don't care. You guys don't care whether it implodes, whether somebody else takes over, as long as Whitey isn't in charge of things. You guys don't care if like a foreign power takes over this country. All right? But I'm putting that as bluntly as I can because that's the only way I put things. And you guys don't like it. It is what it is. No big deal to me. It is what it is. But back to the conversation of Robert Davi. and along the lines of Robert Davi and Ricky Gervais and even Dave Chappelle, Seth MacFarlane, the Parker brothers from South Park, whatever their names are, the Trey brothers, Trey Park, and whatever. Listen, all you guys who consider yourselves quote unquote non-PC, no, you guys are not non-PC. Okay, you guys are selectively non-PC. I've done video after video after video. Just bring it to you guys. Bring it to you guys through reality of your pussyfooting, pussy ass, cowardly, selectively racist pieces of garbage. You guys are not non-PC in the vein of Archie Bunker, who, if he goes out and says chink or spick or engines, he goes and says niggers. You know, he goes and says niggers. He goes and says kikes. Okay, the guy is, you know, you guys are not the straight man that Archie Bunker is, that you guys wish you guys could be, that you guys think you guys are. You guys are a bunch of pussyfooting cowards. And even Nick DiPaolo actually admitted this. Oh, you know what? I just go around it. I know how to go around it. Buddy, you going around shit pretty much destroys you're just dumping it on other people's yard. While the people whose yard you want to dump on, you guys are just giving them presents. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. All right? This selectively racist garbage, this selective cowardice that you guys, all right? Look, all you guys who are praising Robert Davi for putting this out, the guy is not what you think he is. He is a coward. I'm not an SJW, all right? I'm not an SJW, even though I think, they actually put it out there more straightforward, like than you conservatives who are just pretty much pussyfooting around this issue. All right, if black people are your issue, which they are, let's admit it, they are. All right, it's BLM. It's called Black Lives Matter. All right, stay with the issue. Okay, do not do what this Robert Davi guy is doing, where he uses proxies. He uses proxies for his anger. Piece of garbage, all right? It's worse than him not saying anything. All right? Got balls, man. If you got balls, put it out there the way you want to say it, instead of just pussing around the issue, you piece of garbage.